It's party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. Coming to you from Studio 22, the mothership. That's right, the puppet master Mark, the perfectionist, driving us into the nether regions of all things. Well, there's a lot going on. And Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians, still begging to join the Church of Scientology, to which I say no, because we're not going to do that expose. Party foul Steve, Hot News Natalie, sitting there at the pub, and of course, the lovely Lisa Page. Lisa Page made me do it. The host of Lisa Page made me do it. Did I see that you were ranked at like 14 or something like that?
I mean, right behind Lauren Conrad. It's no big deal.
Like, booyah.
Boom.
Booyah.
Yeah.
Go subscribe to her show. Well, unless you've been living under a rock, you all know that Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg died last Friday at the age of 87 after a long battle with cancer. She was, of course, quite well known for her decision to take the, quote, unprecedented step of strongly endorsing abortion rights. And that's certainly going to be her legacy. It's what she's well known for. She stated that it is essential to woman's equality with man that she be the decision maker, that her choice be controlling. Ginsburg told senators during her 4 days of questioning by the Senate Judiciary Committee, she said, if you impose restraints that impede her choice, you're disadvantaging her because of her sex. Now, that statement reminds us that she used words like choice and even a woman's sex or place in society to create the most dangerous place in America for a baby to grow and survive, and that's the woman's womb. She quite literally made the unborn public enemy number one when it comes to women's rights. She once stated that abortion prohibition by the state controls women and denies them full autonomy and full equality with men. You heard that correctly. In Ginsburg's opinion, a woman was not free nor equal until they had the complete right to end the life of their unborn child, 97% of which in America are for the sake of convenience. There are those that now say it is important and imperative that someone with her same views and ideals should now be nominated to fill her seat in America's highest court. One's opinion on Roe v. Wade has literally become the litmus test by which we determine the qualifications of a justice nominee. And we wonder why America is on fire. Folks, it's time to repent. I'm telling you, it's time to repent. And you know, Lisa, to that point of them saying things such as someone needs to carry on her legacy, the justice that she replaced actually voted against Roe v. Wade. Mm-hmm. So she didn't carry on that justice's legacy.
Yeah.
Right? So the hypocrisy, and we're going to get into this today quite a bit, the hypocrisy is mind-blowing. And we're the ones on the right who have consistently all weekend long been called the hypocrites because, of course, Obama, in his last period of time during his second term, put up a nomination for an empty seat, and of course the Republican Senate voted that down. We could talk a little bit about that. We've probably talked about it till we're blue in the face. But we're being called the hypocrites, right? When in fact we're staying consistent with history. It's you, the hypocrites. We're going to talk about that stuff, all things Ginsburg, and even Biden, this guy. Oh boy, we got a big show for you. But listen, TAC Pack is the premier monthly subscription box for military, tactical, prepper, that's me, and Second Amendment enthusiasts, that's me too. And for just $49.95 a month, you get at least $100 worth of gear from different companies like 511, they're my favorite, Sons of Liberty, they're my favorite, Gunworks, I love them, Mission First Tactical, Armaspec, a whole lot more. They're going to send you AR-15 parts and accessories, everyday carry tools, knives, gears. It's going to keep you prepared for when the poo-poo hits the fan, and you know it's smearing all over the wall right now. October Pack has a value of $140. That's right. You pay $49.95 and you're going to get a box full of gear worth $140. The past 3 months have sold out early. It's always going out quick, so make sure you get signed up now for the October Pack. Use the promo code CHAD at checkout to receive a free extra bag of tactical goodies shipped out with your first pack. So don't wait. They're flying off the shelves. Go to tacpack.com. That's TAC, pack.com. Sign up today and use promo code CHAD. Buckle up. It's going to be a good one. Be right back. I, of course, did the proper thing because I'm a proper guy. Well, ish. when I heard the news of RBG's passing on Friday. I was sitting at the bar having a drink, and I immediately went to Twitter and I gave the RIP shout out, and I even posted a little thing because it's human life, right? It's human life. Although she disregarded millions of human lives, I'm not going to stoop to that level, but today I will. You know how George Floyd had 6 or 7 funerals? They ought to have at least 30 million for RBG since she's responsible for that many unborn deaths. I'm just saying that I don't have any respect for what the woman stood for, but again, a loss of human life. We got a lot of stuff to get into today, not the least of which was her dying wish, which according to her was her granddaughter, who said that her dying wish was that the next president fill the seat. And
she should have called Make-A-Wish. That's the only place that may have been. That's ridiculous.
You know what my dying wish is going to be?
Did that girl get off of you?
I wish I could keep living.
Jeez.
You're smothering me.
All weekend I couldn't get over the left. But it's her dying wish.
Her dying wish. Well, as we've all seen and said, there's no dying wish clause in the Constitution. And we're going to talk a little bit about the hypocrisy that unfolds on all that stuff. But let me just say that if Donald Trump was what was on her mind on her deathbed as she breathed her last, that has to be the ultimate troll in all of history. You want to talk about Trump derangement syndrome and just living rent-free in somebody's head. If the last thing that was on her mind was Trump making a decision.
Before she took her last breath. They're obsessed with him.
Yeah.
The left.
But Trump's like, I knew I was. I totally was.
She dreamt about me every day, all day.
She thinks about me all the time.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a soundbite later on that we'll play with Trump commenting on that. It's kind of interesting. But the big controversy right now, and as it stands, Mitt Romney has come out and said that he will cast his vote in favor of filling the seat, which is huge because you never know what Mitt's going to do, that punk.
He's a loose cannon.
You never know.
Yeah.
Gutless wonder. But I think that, it's interesting that, again, as I mentioned in the opening, they were accusing us of hypocrisy because Barack Obama, the death of Justice Scalia, who his final thoughts were, I wish this pillow wasn't on my face. I hope the last face he saw wasn't Hillary Clinton. You just never know, though. And which, by the way, there was never an autopsy. A body that dies alone, unattended, in this state, which is Texas, cannot leave the state legally without an autopsy. There was no autopsy. They immediately cremated him just like that. So there was never any investigation into any of that, and you all know what I'm thinking because it's the same thing you should be thinking. Weird deal. But the hypocrisy, according to them, is that when Obama tried to nominate someone, the Republican Senate voted it down. All right. Never, as far as I can tell, in the history of America, has if one party has the Senate and another party has the White House, maybe, I know there was 19 where that was that situation, in 17 with the same, I'll mess all the numbers up. You guys have read it. You've seen all the stuff. The only 2 times or something like that it's ever happened. And, but this is a different deal because Trump is still the president. Mm-hmm. Even Joe Biden has come out and said, in the past, he says, this is, he says, you know what he said on Twitter the other day, which was funny. I feel like Joe Biden right now because there's so many things in my head. Maybe I'm the exact opposite of Joe Biden because there's not a lot going on in his head. I've decided, by the way, I'm very ADD today. I've decided that Joe Biden doesn't have dementia. He's just stupid. He's just dumb. He is just dumb, and we'll get into that. But he said on Twitter the other day that the person that the people choose to be president should be the one who fills that seat and has that nominee. I'm like, who the hell, Joe, do you think Donald Trump is?
Right.
He is the person that was chosen to be president of the United States. And even Ruth Ginsburg, back when Obama was president, said She said the president doesn't stop being president just because it's the fourth year of his term or the final year of his term. So
Yeah, but they didn't make a wish. She's made a wish, so that negates all of the Constitution.
my grandmother made a wish that Donald Trump, her dying wish was that Donald Trump appoint the next Supreme. So what are you going to do about that?
Oh, there
Ginsburg?
it is.
I mean, if we're all final wishing,
Yeah.
if we're all just final
Biden's
wishing,
been telling Trump to do his job
Right.
true.
over and over again.
Yes, you're right. So
Do
let's
your
get it
job.
done.
Yeah,
Thank you, Party Foul.
look at Party
Right.
Foul
Yeah.
stuff.
Love it.
I got stuff.
You got it. You know what's up.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you,
Who's he going to nominate?
we've been in this situation 29 times, right? 29 times. This is nothing new whenever and I'm talking about in the history of the country, this is nothing new when it comes to appointing a justice like this when it's in your final year or you're up for a re-election. And let me just tell you, there's no hypocrisy on what's going on. So fill the seat, fill the seat, fill the seat. I don't care. Again, the blood of the innocents is on the hands of those who are all for abortion rights. Look, and I know people say, oh, well, they're going to put in a conservative. It's going to be a 9-3 conservative Supreme Court. They're going to overturn Roe v. Wade. No, it comes to the states. That's up to the states to determine that. They're not going to overturn Roe v. Wade. I'm just telling you, they're not going to do that. There's not going to be a bunch of back alley abortions. They're not going to be where all of it. But my dying wish, which is hopefully a little while from now, Lisa,
I hope so too.
is that let's stop with this 97% convenience.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the black community, for instance, is leading the charge with the genocide. Statistically speaking, it's horrible. The abortions. 85% of all Planned Parenthoods are within walking distance of an urban community. So we should be appalled at this. And it's hey, inconveniences happen.
It's so sad.
And you're like, but what about rape and what about incest? Well, I'll leave that into the choice of the woman. I will.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not my place to make that. I can't make that. I can't legislate that. I'm just saying there needs to be a little more involved. People need to be aware of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right? Before they go in and make that decision.
Just take a little responsibility. That's all.
Yeah. I mean,
a little bit.
Condoms are cheap.
Yeah.
They really are. We were at a bar in Casper, Wyoming, Steve. They were giving them away. They had a candy dispenser.
Nice, like a little favor.
But
Thanks
they
for
were
coming.
really cheap condoms because I didn't trust them because I kept putting them over my beer bottle and they'd pop.
Oh gosh.
Well, there you
They
go.
would pop. I just keep wrapping my beer bottle.
Oh,
Like a
geez.
koozie?
Like a
You think
koozie.
a condom is a
This is
koozie?
my condom koozie. It was a little icky, but
Oh, that smell.
but every time I'd pick it up or set it down on the bar, it would pop. And I was
Negative.
like, yeah, I don't think I'd want to trust one
They're
of
just
these.
for show.
Yeah.
Did you see AOC in one of her amazing videos
I love her.
blast McConnell saying that he violated her wish?
Can we
RBG's
talk?
wish?
Can we run that shot
Oh, we
real
have
quick?
it?
Take a look at this. Here she
Oh,
is.
I'm
Here
sorry.
is the glorious queen herself from New York.
I need you to be ready.
Ready.
And I need you to be ready to be responsive. And by that, I mean, we don't quite know what the next play is in terms of this issue on the Supreme Court, right? Mitch McConnell sent out a statement tonight. And as I said at the opening, the very last dying wish of RBG was that her vacancy not be filled until the new president takes office in January. That was her dying wish. Tonight, Mitch McConnell publicly, the night of her passing, he couldn't wait 24 hours, issued a statement saying that he was going to give Trump a vote in violation of her dying wish. People can say how appalling, people could say this is horrible, etc. But we know who this man is. We know who this man is. This is a man who does not care about a dying woman's final wish. Clearly.
But let's kill all the babies.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to know what the dying wish of all those unborn babies
Yeah,
were.
exactly.
Let's hear those. I'm
right.
sure they wish they could have
Yep.
lived, but
I don't care what that position is. Those positions, somebody dies, I'm sorry for your loss, but we have to have somebody in that position.
That's exactly
That's
right.
Like if Natalie dropped dead right now, tomorrow we're going to have somebody else sitting in her seat.
That's right.
and I get to appoint them.
We're going to love you.
I think you should
and
wait
all
till
that.
the new Chad Prather gets elected.
I get to appoint them, and that's like saying, well, we're going to wait till next year when this show has a new host. Well, what if I'm still the host next year? It's still my choice. She just automatically assumes there's going to be a new president in January.
How does she not know the next play? Like, she's like, we don't know what the next play is. Well, yeah, you do.
Maybe
Well,
if
yeah.
you read the Constitution,
Maybe.
lady.
And
How does this woman with 16 people in her entire district have so much freaking power? That's
I don't
what
know.
I don't understand.
She's a buffoon, man.
And I want to
She's-
know, when did dying wishes become law?
Yeah.
Right. Well, no, of course, because it applies to the left.
Well, because it does apply to the left. And the funny thing about it is they try to use the logic, because they don't have logic. Everything's postmodern. It's all about feelings. It's about your truth.
Yep.
And so the black and white of the parchment there of the Constitution doesn't matter anymore, because it's all about a dying wish. We're going to now govern based on wishes. Ooh.
And there's the hypocrisy.
Yeah. Well, Alibaba had them 40 thieves.
Now, see, I feel like if Trump's smart, and I think he will be, I think he'll appoint Barbara Lagoa, woman, Latino.
Nah, I think it's going to be. It's not going to be her.
I think that
She'd
I
be
saw that this
they
morning.
pull a play out of their book.
Well, it's going to be a woman. Believe all women. You can't come at women, right? They've already established that, but they're still going to, somewhere out there, that chick with the dirty glasses, Christine Blasey Ford, is going to say that,
Yeah.
She touched her
Amy
in high
Coney,
school.
whatever her name is.
She looked at me meanly.
She sat on my face.
Yeah, she told me my
Wiggled.
hair color was ugly. Well, you know what's gonna do? He's gonna, because I got the news this morning. Did you guys read? He's going to announce this.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. But then once he announces it, whoever it's gonna be, hopefully it's a pro-lifer. Everyone is the left will dig up every possible thing they can find on this person, anything they've ever tweeted, anything they've ever posted on Facebook, and they're gonna drag her through the mud.
I want them to attack her as a woman, and if she was Latino, attack her as
Right.
a Latino, so you can see.
Well, I think it's
they're
going to be
gonna do.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah,
I
I
think
keep
that's who
hearing
it's
her
going to
name.
be.
Yeah.
She's very pro 2A.
Yep.
She's very pro-life. She's very Catholic. She went to Notre Dame Law School, and she's a great federal court justice. And Dianne Feinstein, during her confirmation, Feinstein came at her and said, well, you're going to use your religion to, and she said, no, your ideology. She said, well, she came right back at Dianne Feinstein. So, boy, there's a lot we can talk about, so much stuff. But first of all, your hair's falling out, so we got to deal with that. Have you noticed that it isn't looking as full as it used to, guys? Yeah, losing your hair is no fun. In fact, it sucks. So I want to talk about a couple of options. Since you're not party foul, Steve, you can go to your doctor for hair loss treatment prescriptions, then go to the pharmacy and try not to go broke, just trying to avoid going bald. So what I recommend you do is try Keeps from the comfort of your very own lazy boy there in the house. You get the same... I made up a new word. You'll get the same doctor-recommended, FDA-approved hair loss treatment, but Keeps offers the generic versions for half the cost. And one more thing you're going to love about Keeps. It's all online. You just answer a few questions, snap a few pics of your hair, and a licensed doctor is going to review your info and recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Then it's shipped directly to your door. Why make unnecessary trips to the doctor? Why go to the drugstore? Why go broke when you can do it all from home? So I'm going to get you started with a special deal. Go to KEEPS.com, keeps.com/loss. You're going to get 50% off your first order. That's a great deal. Keeps hair loss treatment is the one you need to be using. Go to keeps.com/loss, keeps.com/loss, and we'll be right back. Now, when Trump came out the other day and said it's going to be filled by a woman, I didn't particularly like that, right? Because I don't like playing those identity politics
agree.
games. it needs to be filled by the best
Correct.
possible person for the position, right? I get the sentiment, but that's exactly it. It's a sentiment, and I'm all for that, but it needs to be the best person.
Well, and we don't
if
like
you
it
want
when
equality, you shouldn't have a problem with that type of language, I would think.
Yeah, we don't like it when the other side says either you pick a female vice president or else.
Yeah.
We didn't like it then either. I'm with you. It's the right person in the position.
Have you got that? We're talking about the dying wish, Mark. Have you got that clip? Let's play that thing.
Then you have Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who told her granddaughter on her deathbed, allegedly, that her dying wish was to have the next president choose her successor. How do you think all this plays out?
Well, I don't know that she said that, or was that written out by Adam Schiff and Schumer and Pelosi.
Exactly.
I would be more inclined to the second. Okay, that came out of the wind. It sounds so beautiful. But that sounds like a Schumer deal, or maybe a Pelosi or Shifty Schiff.
I mean, how do we know she really said that? How do we know?
You got to roll camera.
I mean,
on
she
that,
could have
people.
said it 7 years ago.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
was
camera.
somebody
when I die.
tapping
I'd
into
have been
that
like,
room?
hey, Mimi,
Yeah.
Mimi,
Figure it
speak
out,
up,
please.
speak up. I'm going to roll camera. That's what I would have done.
Right.
Granny, wake back up and say it again. I got the video
Hey,
rolling.
let's do a boomerang, Ruthie. Ruthie, boomerang it.
Yeah, Granny Ginsburg, wake up. I'm putting this on TikTok.
She's probably been dead for 3 months anyway, y'all.
I've been saying she's been dead since last year.
Yeah.
Ay.
Y'all
Hey,
haven't seen
and by the
Weekend
way,
at
guys,
Bernie's?
we are just a week away from Joe Biden getting coronavirus and being unable to debate. Just so you know.
Yes.
You can set your clock by it.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
Isn't that the truth?
So I want to do this little clip right here. Make sure this is one I want to go to. Let's get the words directly from the Democrats. Okay, here's what they said in 2016.
The American people deserve a fully staffed court of 9.
The president nominates, and then the Senate advises and consents or not, but they go forward with the process.
What we're seeing here, and I hope this is temporary, is a disrespect for the Constitution.
The Constitution is 100% clear. The President of the United States has the right to nominate someone to be a justice of the Supreme Court. Senate's function is to hold hearings and to vote.
The blockade on filling a naturally occurring vacancy, in my view, is harmful to the independence of the Article III branch.
You cannot keep a seat on the Supreme Court, which represents all of us. You cannot keep it vacant against the Constitution.
Do pretty much everything they can to avoid acknowledging the legitimacy of our democratically elected president.
That's
the
back
American
when she was
people
in India.
expect the president's nominee to be given a fair hearing and a timely vote in the Senate.
Every day that goes by without a ninth justice is another day the American people's business is not getting done.
I say to you, do your job. Vote for a Supreme Court nominee.
Instead of just saying the blanket rule is no matter who you are, no matter what your qualifications, because you were sent by this president, we will create a unique rule for you and refuse to entertain you.
One of the most important consequences of who is president of the United States is who sits on the United States Supreme Court.
If you want to stop extremism in your party, you can start by showing the American people that you respect the President of the United States and the Constitution.
The American people deserve a fully staffed court of 9.
Come on, man.
Oh, said with such integrity and passion.
Well said.
Come on,
I do
man.
agree with each and every one of them.
I
do
agree
too.
wholeheartedly
How
with
the
them.
first time I've ever agreed with a Democrat.
Final wish.
Yeah, the business of the American people is not being done. Chucky Schumer. Have y'all
Get it
seen the
done.
video? When I see Kamala, I got tickled watching that little clip. Have y'all seen the video, the meme video on there? It says a summary of Kamala Harris's career, and a person holds a wiener up like a hot dog wiener, and the dog jumps over the seat and snatches it. I'm sorry, I can't take that person seriously. Oh my. So, okay, that's that. I mean, it's a done deal. They got the votes, right? Lindsey Graham came out yesterday. and said, we got the votes. It's going to happen. I mean, if it's 50 and then Mike Pence is the +1, it's a done deal.
Sounds like by noon on Monday, we should have somebody sitting in there.
I mean, you know what I think they should do? I think that these senators should have to mail in their vote. They should have to mail in their vote for SCOTUS, since they don't have to come back to D.C.
Right.
They just drop it in the mail.
It's so convenient for them.
It is. And you trust the USPS.
That's right.
Yeah. Just
It'll get
mail
delivered.
it in.
And make
counted,
sure the envelope's clearly labeled what it is, so they know to get it in there.
I don't know. It sounds like something
They should
shifty
take their own advice, maybe just once.
Oh gosh!
Did y'all see? Did y'all see what I'm calling the Nancy Pelosi reboot, where somebody just somebody turned her computer off and back on? Kind of switching gears here. Let's make fun of them. Play that clip, Marcus.
10 states, as I said, on Friday, I started their early voting the day that we lost Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
But to be clear, you're not taking any arrows out of your quiver. You're not ruling anything out.
Sunday morning.
Good morning.
We have a responsibility. We take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States.
He's like, what?
Stephanopoulos is like, what am I seeing right here?
What is this? This is a cartoon right now.
I mean, good morning. Sunday morning.
Her eyebrows are on point.
Were they?
No, they were pointing.
They were pointing.
They were both pointing.
I'll tell you the funny thing about that. Now, my personal opinion there is there must have been a teleprompter. There must have been some kind of teleprompter with talking points on there, and there was a glitch. Either that or the Matrix reset.
Totally.
You know?
Yep.
Now, Candace, and she's not in here to defend her thesis, but her idea was that possibly they were going, if she got in trouble, they could cut to a break.
Oh,
or they could say, "Oh, we lost the feed,"
right,
or something, and then they could bring it back up, and she'd be like, "Good morning."
Right, like they probably rehearsed it with Pelosi before. Now listen, Nancy, if you're feeling like you can't answer this question, we're just gonna pull the plug.
Yeah,
we'll restart it, and you're gonna say, "Good morning."
Yeah,
with your crazy ass eyebrows.
We're not gonna rule out any. She's butt chugging vodka right now.
What is wrong with her?
She's hammered drunk
all the time. Apparently,
I mean hammered.
Ay. I
mean that whole. It's like she always looks like she got caught with something. Like when she's trying to explain. Hey.
Yeah. She has it seems like and sounds like she just has so much saliva built up in her mouth all the time.
Yeah, I know.
She needs a spit cup, Chad.
She has patialism.
Get the girl a spit cup.
Maybe she was thinking about RBG and thinking she was close to her age.
Well, she's 7 years away.
Yeah.
7 years away. Oh, bag. Let's hey, y'all can vote her out, by the way. Those of you in San Francisco. Nancy's on the ballot, so why don't you vote her out?
I think she's starting to think of her final wishes. Like, I'm going to write these down and make sure that just in case whatever happens, they can drop in whatever final wish it is that applies to that year.
My granddaughter Susan gets my vodka collection. My grandson Bobby gets my whiskey collection. My bourbons are going to go to my son Earl. Those are my dying wishes. Yeah. Oh, boy, howdy.
She's a character, that one.
Hey, guys, winning season returns at MyBookie. Winning season means doubling your first deposit. Winning season means a Survivor, Super Contest, and Squares at MyBookie. Winning season means hitting all your parlays and props with your feet up. Watching your team trounce their rivals. Hey, rejoice. It's time to celebrate the NFL season. Invest in your intuition. I want you to go to MyBookie and use promo code CHAD, double your first deposit. That's right, they will double your first deposit. New players get up to $1,000 in free play, designed to add more excitement to the sports you love and the games you bet. From live betting to championship futures, every play you want to make is waiting at MyBookie. It's simple. Make your picks, win big, collect your cash, use promo code CHAD, double your first deposit. Winning season begins today only at MyBookie. We'll be right back. Is anybody really, truly, honestly going to vote for Joe Biden? I'm telling you, you got a week, and the man's going to have coronavirus. He's already started coughing and had the shortness of breath in a speech over the weekend. It's already, the signs are there.
Yeah, they're setting it up.
They will not. I put that man in a glass bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, has he ever spoken to a crowd larger than 6? Not that I've seen.
These rallies are hilarious. There's 6 people that come out. 6.
His teleprompter's bigger than his crowd.
That's right.
Or none.
Or none.
Yeah, he's just waving at the
You saw the
Teletubbies
meme?
over in the
Just the
field.
news.
He's waving at RBG like in the.
He doesn't even know
Did
he's
you see
waving
that?
at. He doesn't even know who he's waving at. He can't
He
see
actually
anything.
That's a funny meme right there. I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna tell everybody because y'all will try to make it first. I got a funny meme idea I'm gonna make. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But old Joe, I don't know that his brain's fully function. I don't know what he was trying to say here, but take a look at this.
America. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. One nation. Indivisible, under God, for real.
This is a guy running to be the president of the United States.
Yeah.
For real.
For real,
I mean,
man.
You used the words of the pledge to the flag. I don't think he was meaning to do the pledge to the flag because in
Right.
the context of the speech, he was talking about America. But then I pledge allegiance to America. Indivisible, under God. I mean, for real.
For real.
I like the urban lingo.
Yeah.
He brought that in. He
He's
brought
bringing
corn
in
pop back.
It's relatable.
Well, I keep saying, he came out and played Despacito to the Hispanic voters. I want him to come out and play Boot Scoot and Boogie to the rednecks. Maybe he'll pander and get some of those votes. I doubt it. I mean, for real.
For real, though.
I mean, for real.
But he didn't even say that with conviction. There's no excitement around Joe Biden. Nobody's excited about him. Nobody cares about him. The left is pushing him up there just so Kamala can take over. If Biden gets elected, Kamala it'll be President Harris in a year.
No question about it.
Biden will be,
if at all. So what happens? What happens? Think about this. These are the random thoughts that pop into my head. What if all of a sudden Joe did get sick, didn't die, but he got sick, got coronavirus, and was incapacitated? How do you hold that election? How do you have that where they're like,
Somebody might be on their deathbed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You really can't.
right.
like, and you voted him in. You effectively voted, which is, okay, let me just be clear. That's exactly what you're saying. You're just giving it a longer timeline of 12 months.
I'm being optimistic here with that
You are
timeline.
being very optimistic because I don't think it lasts 6 months. I don't think if he's elected, I don't think it is. So let me just say, if you want more buildings burned down and you want more cars turned over and you want more people harassed and you want more riots, you want all those things, well, a vote for Biden. The Democrats, they'll come get you.
My dying wish, if that happens, is that they don't put anyone in that office until the next president is elected.
Yeah.
So just no president.
Right. It's fine.
Just no my dying wish is that y'all vote Donald Trump on November 3rd of 20.
Please.
I mean, just do it. Just do it. Oh my gosh. But listen, I don't know if you've heard, but Joe is going to be one of 33 new cases of coronavirus. One of 33. One of 33. Mark, would you prove the point here.
But they should be. It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
All right.
The complications of COVID-19, like lung scarring and heart damage, could become the next deniable pre-existing condition for over 6 million Americans.
200 million are going to die before the end of the speech. So I don't know. I'm glad y'all made it.
Barely.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So two-thirds of the nation were going to die before he finished that speech. I was going to die of boredom. I mean, for real. But no, play the 33 clip right there because this is the one I was talking. This is the one I was referencing. There's a special one and only 33 people get it. Watch.
As of today, and I say as of today at this hour, we have 33 confirmed positive tests for the virus.
Yesterday we had 22 cases. Today we have 33 cases, so it's gone up by 11. That brings, those are 11 new cases. 22 goes to 33.
As we sort through this here, in Arkansas. Today, we have 33 confirmed positive cases in Arkansas.
As of today, we have 33 confirmed cases with Boston residents. We expect those numbers to climb.
As of this afternoon, we have 33 Pennsylvanians who have tested positive for COVID-19.
So as of this morning, there were 33 confirmed cases in North Carolina.
Good evening to you. Lots to get to tonight. I'm Leon Hendricks. We want to start with new information into our newsroom. Within the past couple of hours, there are now 33 confirmed cases of the coronavirus in Michigan.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Richard Garrett. Karina Corral has the night off. More cases of the coronavirus were confirmed today in San Luis Obispo County, bringing the total number now to 33.
Right now, Georgia is reporting a total of 99 cases in 19 counties. That is 33 new cases from just yesterday.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Swenson. More cases and more events affected. Here is the latest coronavirus news. There are now 33 cases in Louisiana.
As expected. The number of cases of COVID-19 jumps. A total of 33 people in our state have been tested and are confirmed to have the coronavirus.
Day 4 of the shelter-at-home order brought 6 new confirmed cases of the coronavirus to San Luis Obispo County, bringing the total number to 33.
All troopers will be professional, polite, and will treat everyone with dignity and respect.
These latest steps as the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Rhode Island jumps by 33 overnight.
This is a coded message to the TDS people.
I sensed a pattern there.
33.
33 is my new lucky number.
I'm not getting it. I am not getting it.
33. There's some kind of weird.
That was Jesus' age when he died.
You think?
Yeah, that's
There's
a
some weird shit afoot.
33. That's it.
There's some weird stuff, man.
Holy.
I mean, I wanted you guys to play that whole thing too, because
it just kept going.
Yeah, I was falling asleep for a second.
That's because they all get their news sent to them from one place, and they just kept the dumbasses. Ain't even that stupid.
Gosh. I can't.
Yeah.
33.
I mean,
33.
My God.
Wait, so y'all are saying that there weren't 33?
What world are we living in, Natalie?
There weren't 33?
Natalie.
They said there were 33.
Everywhere?
Natalie.
That's a coincidence.
Everywhere there's 33.
This is numerical shit going on.
Oh, man.
I'm going to stick with 22.
22. I like how Cuomo's like, that's 11 more.
Yeah.
22, and now there's 33. That's 11 more.
That guy's
So
such a
33
tool.
that used to be 22, that's the difference of 11.
Correct.
I'm doing my math right now in front of everybody, so you know I know how to do math.
200 million people are going to die before the end of this episode. Oh, my gosh. 200 million.
200 million.
Now, that being said, as of today, we have crossed over 200,000 deaths in the U.S., okay? 200,000 deaths. At no time are we saying coronavirus is not real or infectious, but it affects certain people in certain ways. And for most of you, it's just the baby flu. You have a 0.26% chance of dying.
It's going to take a lot of 33s to get 200 million. A lot.
That same number of people would have died anyway.
Well, they had some problems anyway.
Are we ahead of the overall death total?
Well, okay,
normally?
you look at that. You look at the email that came out last week that was uncovered, the secret email from the mayor of Nashville, right? Who did not want the low numbers to be revealed of how many cases could be tracked back to bars. And there were only like 80 out of 30,000 cases. Out of 33, there were like 33 cases. No, but there were 80. And he said, we can't let this information get out, right? So you're shutting down restaurants, shutting down bars and all this. So you're right. You have a lot of, it's people with pre-existing conditions. We're knowing this. We're seeing this. It's not happening to children. It's happening to people with diabetes. It's happening to people that are obese. It's happening to people who have all of these issues that are going on, these comorbidities. We've known that. We've known it. We've known it. We've known it. We've known it. I heard this morning where Boris Johnson is shutting Britain down again for like 6 months.
Like full lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown. Like if you could stay home, you got to stay home. Very, very limited public anything. I'm already insane over Greg Abbott's communism. Yeah. So, who came out last week, by the way, and he's not opening the bars back up because that's where you're going to get it.
After 10 o'clock.
Bars, especially after 10 o'clock.
After 10 p.m. Also, isn't the mask mandate for Texas now, it's been extended through November 30th?
Yeah. So here's what I say do. Take a chicken wing, put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
And if you're having a drink and the COVID comes, you start eating chicken. And that way it will not attack you because it can't do it while you're sitting down and eating. You sit right down, take that chicken out of your pocket and start eating it. And the COVID cannot get you, people. Hang tight. We'll be right back. So what's the secret to climbing the charts on the podcast world?
I don't know.
Just bam.
Don't tell him.
I just figured it out.
Get listeners.
I just got a couple listeners. They gave me some nice reviews.
Got to get the reviews.
Yeah.
You were on here last week and you said, just go say, okay, review, whatever. There were a bunch of people who went on there and that's what they did.
It's great, whatever.
It's great, whatever. 5 stars.
I'm going to do that for mine,
and then
too.
somebody, peckerhead, goes, well, he said he's better than Stu's show, so just because of that, I'm going to humble him and give him 3 stars. And then gave me 3 stars. Yeah.
It doesn't even matter what the review says. You just need 5 stars. Please, we want 5 stars.
5 stars.
We want 33 stars.
We want 33 stars,
33 COVID stars.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. We're living in a crazy world, guys.
Amen.
It's crazy. They went and stormed Mitch McConnell's house. He wasn't there. With the F Mitch and, all that stuff. If he'd have been home, they'd probably burn that house down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. That's where we've gotten to at this point. Buy a gun, people. And you see where that Omaha bar owner who was a Trump supporter, who defended himself, was arrested for murder. He killed somebody, defended himself, stood his ground, was arrested for murder. He was a veteran and killed himself over the weekend.
Oh.
And so it's a sad deal. I don't know what happened to the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
What happened to the Second Amendment? It's insanity, people. So this is what this derangement is causing. Stop being a childish thug. You want to end something systemic? End the thuggery. End the childish behavior. People are screaming, "Oh, Ruth, why can't you just wait till 21? Grow up, you weird-ass kids.
Yeah.
Grow up. You've never been through anything. You've been padded and sheltered and insulated your entire life. This is the way it works, folks. This is America. Welcome to it. There are rules. We are going to follow them, and I hope you enjoy the results. I am.
Yes.
Get ready, folks. The war of ideas and thought and craziness, it's coming. It's out there. Lisa Page made me do it. That's my excuse for all things.
Yep.
Go subscribe to Lisa Page Made Me Do It for hot news and Party Foul Steve and Party Foul Nation. I want you to go to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Week after next, we're going to be in Kansas City, and we're going to be in Omaha, Nebraska. That is October 2nd through, I think, the 6th, something like that, on that little run. And then we're going up to north of Salt Lake City. We're going to be in Jordan's Landing, right? WatchChad.com has all the information. We love y'all. God bless you. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Bye.